letter carrier's food drive from the U.S. Postal Service. We have Supervisor and Customer Service, Cara Rink, and letter carrier, Clint Brown. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Yeah, nice to have you here. And you've actually delivered to JTV.
I have. Nope.
Great.
It's been a minute, but I've delivered here.
Yeah, so your job, you are, what's your typical week like, Clint?
For hours in delivery,
Yeah, you personally, what's your life like?
usually come into work 7:45, a normal day like everybody else. And then I go out, carry a route, come back, take a little bit extra, go out, do some more, come back, and usually go home about 5:30, 6 o'clock.
Oh, wow, it's a long day.
It is.
6 days a week,
5.
5 days a week. And your territory is different?
Every day it changes. Mostly in the 49202 zip code. So north of Ganson, but all over the place.
Nice. And Cara, you were a letter carrier when you started.
Was, yep.
What do you do now?
I'm a supervisor at the post office. I manage all of the carriers, the different crafts, the clerks and mail handlers. I deal with customers, whether it's answering the phone or dealing with customer complaints, and just try to get everything moving so the mail's delivered every day.
Really? How do those people find that phone number?
We have a 1-800 number that you can call.
All right. Not that I have a complaint. You guys do a great job. All right. So you, as a group of workers, have this food drive. Tell us about it.
So food drive got started in 1993. So we're on year 31
Wow.
of collecting food. Last year, I think, with all of our outlying offices, we brought in a little over 50,000 pounds of food.
That's awesome.
It gets donated here in the city of Jackson. It goes to the Salvation Army. From there, like Grass Lake, it gets donated to the local church out there for their food pantry. Same with Spring Arbor, Hanover, Horton area, all of them, they have their own local food banks that it goes to. So we always do it in the second Saturday of May, because the food pantries and the food banks are running out of food from the holidays and the cold season. That's why we do it now. So.
Yeah, and I've heard that summers are bad because kids aren't in school getting fed.
Right.
Now it's all you and your fellow letter carriers' efforts. It's grassroots driven, and it's extra work for you guys because normally you're emptying your bag as you make your way through.
Right.
You get it. You got some pretty heavy packages.
We do occasionally. But
What should people do? Cara, leave food out at their mailbox or what?
Yep, they can leave non-perishables out in a bag at their mailbox, and the carrier will come through and pick them up. If they're not able to leave them at their mailbox, they can leave a note in the mailbox stating to pick it up at the front door. If they're an apartment complex, they can leave it at the cluster box unit, and we'll pick it up from there. We ask for non-perishables, no frozen foods, and we also accept pet supplies such as dog food, cat food, and that will get donated to the local animal shelters.
Clint, what would you rather pick up, a family-sized box of Kellogg's Corn Flakes or an institutional-sized can of yams?
whatever feeds whoever wants it. Food is food. I don't mind. I'll pick up a 50-pound bag of dog food and bring it back if that's what they want to put out.
Things like Kleenex and toilet paper.
We can take toiletries, any hygiene products that are unopened and unused, anything that the average person needs on a daily basis.
You guys, I talked to like our letter carrier, Deb. It's a very important and personal mission that you have in putting this. It's not just like one day, let's go do this. You've been working several weeks on planning.
Planning started for this in January with getting t-shirts made, getting the cards ordered, getting everything sorted, because the cards all come in giant tubs. I have to go through and I have to count them all out, send them to our outlying offices, count them all out for all the routes for here in Jackson, and I have to distribute them, and it's a very time-consuming process.
And you brought me a shirt.
I did bring you a shirt.
Awesome.
So.
Cool. Thank you. And
You're welcome.
we have some food for you. I think Trish has it out out front. We wanted to
I will
Make-
take it with us.
thank you. What if you're not home on Saturday, or you forget? I mean, are there other ways they can get the food to you?
We usually have something set up for Monday or Tuesday, Wednesday even. If there's food left out, we will continue to pick it up for as long as there's food. And then we just give it to our carrier that delivers to the Salvation Army. He takes it, he drops it off for us
Oh,
with their
nice.
mail.
So Cara, do you guys have to send out trucks and pick people's?
We
Stuff.
do. We typically, either myself or another supervisor will take our own personal vehicles out to all the letter carriers so we can unload their vehicles when they get too full, bring it back to the post office, drop it off, and then head out for another group. There are a lot of routes that pick up an entire LLV, which is our box truck, full of food. And then there's no room for them to get the mail out. So we have to unload all that and bring it back to the office. But it's great to see all of the support that the community has for the rest of the community by helping with donating food.
Well, it's awesome that you are doing that because it's super easy for someone to make a donation. They don't have to go anywhere. Just put it at their mailbox. It's awesome. What's the worst day to deliver mail? Is there a day where they have the most catalogs or something?
Mondays after a holiday.
What's the deal with Tuesday? Tuesday always seems like a late day.
It
It
is.
is.
Yep.
Just is.
Everything that we get from the plant is what gets delivered.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
if we don't get much from the plant on Tuesdays. Everything
I don't know
goes.
how you do it. It's a miracle. The mail gets from point A to point B as fast as it does, and we appreciate it. Thanks for all that you're doing. You've got how many letter carriers?
We have 104 routes, but we have more carriers than that because everybody has to have a day off. So I would probably say we have about 130, give or take, carriers in our local office. That does not include other offices in the 492 district, just in Jackson.
And what do you guys hear from places like the Salvation Army or the food pantries in the smaller towns? It's a pretty. They're pretty grateful, I bet.
They are. Yep. I know the church out in Grass Lake. I'm not 100% sure of the name of it, but every year Grass Lake stops. Everyone that's a carrier in Grass Lake stops and unloads there, and they're just extremely happy and just thankful for the food. And it
Fantastic.
helps.
All right, here's some details. Next Saturday, May, what is it?
11th.
11th, May 11th. Help the letter carriers and the community. Thanks for all you guys are doing.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thanks for coming in today.
No problem. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, and thanks for the shirt.
You're welcome.
From the Postal Service, Supervisor Cara Rink and letter carrier Clint Brown. Well, that's it. We're all out of time. Thanks to